Hi everyone, hope you're all tickety-boo. Welcome back to Wake Up Wednesday. This week I've had a request from one person to see whether or not you can balance the kit 24-105 RF lens on the Canon EOSR onto the Ronin-sc. What I'm going to do for you in a second is show you how to do it, but also there are a couple of flaws which I'll let you know about. Anyway, before I get into that, do you know that the Great Wall of China, you cannot see it from space? It's a bit of a myth, and you definitely cannot see it from the moon. See you in a sec. Okay, right, before I get into it, make sure you've watched the videos on how to set up the modes on your Ronin-sc. There'll be links down below. And also make sure before you do anything, you've updated the firmware on it, because it will make a difference to balancing this one. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so we've got the EOSR here with the kit lens of 24-105. What we're going to do is see whether or not this will balance on the Ronin-sc. According to all of the instructions on DJI site, yes it will, but we will see, because I have a little worry about this, and you'll see what I mean, okay, at the end of the video. So I've got various other lenses I've tried out for you, so if you check those out in the videos down below, it might help you out. First thing you need to do though is put the riser plate on, and I'll screw that one in there with everything on there and make sure it's nice and tight and also square. The next piece to think about though is the base plate. So with the base plate, they normally say, okay, to put 2 screws in here. But what you want to do is, forget about that, take the lens support thing there, make sure that's loose, okay. Take your screw and put it in the very front one on here, so the one that's nearest the lens, all right. And there's a reason for that, and you'll see why in a second, all right. Tighten that one up nearly fully tight, okay. And this is the next important bit. Right, so see the lens support here, okay? What you need to do is make sure it's sitting between the front ring and the second ring, okay? Right, and pull it as far forward as you can. It's on that setting, and then you have it, and if you can see that from the side, set there so it's not interrupting with either of the rings, all right? Put it down nice and tight, and then square this one off, and tighten up the base plate nice and tight. Now you'll find that's right at the back there. This one's actually supported on there, okay, and you'll see why we do that in a second, because it comes in with all the measurements. Now I'm going to show you the measurements in a sec, and I'm not going to show you the balancing because that's boring bit. See you in a sec. Right then, I've mentioned this in other videos, okay. It's a lot better, or easier should I say, to balance any gimbal, doesn't matter which one it is, without the camber on it. And this is why I strongly recommend, whenever you've got it balanced perfectly, what you do is you make notes of all these measurements, okay, and put them in the back of a book. And then before you want to do that fine tuning of balancing, you still have to fine tune it slightly, but at least you'll be there or thereabouts, okay. So with the Canon EOSR, this one, all right, with that one, with the 105-24, 24-105 kit lens, these are the settings you'll require. So on the base plate, okay, I don't know if you can see that one there, that measurement there, that one needs to be set at 1.85, okay. With the side plates, so these ones here, okay, those ones there need to be set at 1.6. And finally, the one here, the ratchet one, yeah, you set that at 1.4. Next thing is putting the camera on, so I'll see you in a sec. The last one to set, obviously, is the base plate here, okay, and that one is set there at 1.9. And again, if you put that one back there, and this is the lens you intend to use all the time, then, of course, it'll all be set up. Now, the problem you've got, though, yeah, with any zoom lens, whether it's internal or external like this one, yeah, if we extend that one out, so unlock him and put it on there, well, I've got it locked, it's fine, but as soon as you unclick it, I'm going to put my hand here, obviously it loses balance. All right, and that's going to happen all the time, so you're going to need to rebalance it. So this is why I believe zoom lenses that have the external ones aren't really made for gimbals. The other thing as well, as you know, is the eyepiece wheel catch on the back. So the 105 or the 24-105 will fit on the Ronin-sc, and it will balance nicely. The downsides though are that you'd only be limited around the movements you can do, and you can't put it into the free or 3D barrel roll one, you know, the vortex one. Anyway, I'll see you in a sec. Right, so there you go. You can balance them on there. A little bit of tinkering around, and obviously all the measurements that I've used for these ones, so if you're using a similar kit or the same kit, you'll be able to take note of those. They'll all be down in the description down below as well, but make note of them like we did with one of my tips earlier on in one of the other videos, about just stick them in the back of a book, yeah, or actually put them on your phone. But as with other videos that I've done, there is also the issues around telephoto lens. So if they're like this one, which is the kit lens, the 24-105, which is a really good lens, but if you're tending to extend it and go through the different ranges, actually it's not going to balance. So you can't do that no matter what you do, unless of course you rebalance it each time you go to it. And then what's the point of that? The other side though is the things where they've got the actual telephoto enclosed inside, you do tend to get away with it. So with these really expensive EFL lenses, is that what they're called? EFL? Anyway, you know what I mean. The ones that cost a little bit more money, because they don't extend when you actually, when you do this, they stay the same height, okay? You will find that you'll probably get away with it with the gimbal. But what you have got to remember with the internal mechanisms on here, as you do that, obviously the weight is being distributed differently around there. But like I said, when I did it with this, with the 16-35, it actually seemed to work really, really well on the Ronin-sc. Anyway, if you like this one, hopefully you did, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe so you don't miss out on future ones. And if you've got any questions, if you want me to try anything out or try and find the answer for you, don't forget, leave it in a comment with #WW. Cheers and gone.